everybody, good afternoon and welcome to our Mixed Media Monday. So it's a great day today because Scotland, Wales and England are allowed out a little bit anyway. So we're going to our local pub tonight, yes, to see Brie in their new little pub. So can't wait for that. What are you doing today that you couldn't do yesterday? So very exciting, isn't it, that we can actually go out. I shall still be wearing my mask though, that's for sure, even though we've both been vaccinated. So anyway, Mixed Media Monday, we've got a lovely prize for you. So papers and Matt Slap It On. Is that it? We're giving that away to three people. I thought we were giving them away to, yeah, three people. So three lucky people will get our set of new artist papers and some Slap It On mat. And all you have to do, you know what to do, don't you? You know what to do.
It's all three sets.
Oh, even better. We're getting all three sets. So set 1, set 2, and the latest set 3, and your Slap It On mat. So you know what to do. Like, share, comment and share. Like, comment and share. Thank you very much for that. We really appreciate your support, and we want to get this out to as many people as possible because we love doing our free lessons. In fact, I love teaching. So if you
Mike
ever
has joined us.
Oh, Mike.
Oh,
Mike
has blessed us with his presence.
Yeah. He never watches us, Mike. So he's, yay, hi Mike. I've just got to embarrass him as much as possible. So our new artist papers are here. So I've done them on a slightly thicker paper. I still like them quite thin so that I can decoupage them, so that they sort of disappear into the background, which is really nice. And then you've got 2 of each of these, but you've also got, I like that one, but you've also got set 1 and 2 that we've had on before. They're all on our website. And as we're saying, I love teaching. So if you enjoy this class, this free class, which will go onto YouTube afterwards, with thanks to Mike. Hi Liz, hi Margaret, hi Anne, hi Sarah. Need inspiration for a daughter's birthday card? Hopefully you get some inspiration. So if you enjoy this free one, please think about joining us on our dirty weekends. Now, our dirty weekends, just to explain, are because we get dirty fingers and hands and we get a bit messy with paint. There's nothing untoward that goes on.
Sandra's joining us from the Netherlands, who was on one of the dirty weekends.
Sandra! Hi, honey. So Sandra came to one of our dirty weekends, and we're doing them virtually now. So you can join us from anywhere in the world, as Sandra will attest. So she's from the Netherlands. Lovely to see you, Sandra. It's a fantastic weekend full of mixed media lusciousness. It's just fantastic. We do loads of lovely techniques. We make a gorgeous journal. And it's such good fun, and you get a huge box of goodies in your kit. You get over £180 worth of goodies, and the whole course is the whole of Saturday and Sunday, and you get the lessons downloadable afterwards to keep forever, and that's £180. So 175. Oh, even better. So what's that? You're basically getting the teaching and you get the kit for free. That's really good, but you'll have a great time. Please think about joining us. We are actually going live this weekend. We have got a couple of places left.
No, we haven't. How are we going to get the kids to them?
Oh, full. Sorry.
I love it when she plans things and talks to me.
You see, I just get too enthusiastic and then Alfie brings me back down to earth with a thump, you see.
Yeah.
I should put it past it really first. Sorry, Alfie. Sorry, Alfie.
Shaking my head.
Did you roll your eyes at me then? He rolled his eyes at me. Definitely rolled his eyes at me. So there are plenty of other dirty weekends on the website. So join us for one. Anyway.
So Janelle has just asked where they get the details.
Where to get the details? IndigoBlu.com.
And then events.
And then click on events. Did you hear him? It's like an echo in here. What do you do, Alfie?
So I covered it.
All right, do you want to come down and I'll show you what we're doing today?
With me.
No, spot the cameras. What you like?
Yeah, Mike's saying poor Alfie. Quite right.
Oh!
Quite right.
He's not hard done to. I look after him. Well, don't I?
Well.
I'm really digging myself a hole, aren't I? So these are all the new ones that we're going to be, well, we're not going to use every single one. You get 2 of each in a pack. I'm going to use this one here. And we're just going to do a really simple, easy journal page. So I'm going to be using our Slap It On mat. I'm going to be using our translucent paints as well. I'm going to be using some scraps of fabric as well. And is that your phone that's buzzing? You see, I turn mine down.
Right then.
Sorry, just having a drink. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Jane. Anne Riley Davis. She had a birthday last week. Happy birthday, Anne. Jeanette, Joe, thanks very much for joining us. Okay, so what I've done here is I've taken a journal page. Now, this is a die that's made by Studio Lights that I love, but you can quite easily just tear a piece out of a pad and you've got this effect, and all you have to do is just cut round the edges like so, and you've got a wiggly edge. So I'm just going to layer this onto the page with some Slap It On, of course. So I'm going to just do a big blob of it there. Keep it upside down and then it's always ready to go. And I'm going to put Slap It On. Let's get some waste paper underneath that. Makes it easier to clean up. Okay, so we're going to have Slap It On all over the page. And we're going to have Slap It On all over the paper that is going on top. And this way you get a really nice clean look to it. Hi Chris Smith. Lovely to see you. Anne. She's sat in a pub having a drink. She's on holiday in a caravan. Lovely to hear from you, darling. I hope you're having a lovely time. Have a glass of Prosecco for me, or a gin and tonic. Right, so because these are, you've put Slap It On both, it's a lot easier to actually line them up, and you can slide them. You've got that slidability, which is great. So it's a lot easier just to stick them down. And then what I'm going to do is just set that aside for the time being, put that into water for a bit of cleaning.
Anne's asked, is it too early to ask for hints about your upcoming ODS?
No, it's not too early. I haven't got anything to show you though. That's the only thing. New stamps. We've got new stamps. I've not coloured it in yet. Should I give you a little sneak peek? These are from Janine. Can you see him? Isn't he gorgeous? Somebody loves you. So that's a little sneak peek. And I've got a scrap of fabric here because my friend Dan brought me loads of scraps of fabric, and I've been trying to sort out my craft room this weekend. I spent 2 days and it looks worse than even when I started.
Betsy wants to know if there's any new Luscious coming out soon.
Yes, we have got new Luscious coming out, but not for the next show, have we?
No. No,
not the next show. That's Janine's stamps.
You know who Betsy is, yeah?
Mike's Betsy.
No, Mike's who's Mike? Mike got a Betsy. Which Mike? David's Betsy.
Oh. I can't stop laughing now. You're giving me the giggles. So I'm
The dog.
using.
Have you got it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Who's covered in luscious.
Yes. Right,
Did he got his luscious, did he? Got his new luscious.
Should have done.
Yeah. Yeah, we told you about Betsy last week, who decided that she was going to wear some luscious and had to have a bath.
Anne says you're a turmeric.
I'm a turmeric. What does that mean? What does that mean? You are a turmeric. We've been having turmeric in our juice shots, but is that, Anne, is that torment? Oh, you mean torment?
Wow.
She's as bad as me. So I'm stamping onto fabric and I've got to use Versafine Claire. First of all, it shows up all the lines beautifully. I mean, look at that, it's gorgeous. And it's waterproof so that when I paint over the top, it's not going to just go bleh all over the place. Okay.
Mike says, have you been at the Giggle Water?
Yes, I have been at the Giggle Water. Look, I've got my caffeine for the day. My
That's what it is.
Pepsi.
Caffeine.
Yeah, because I don't. If people know me, I don't normally drink tea or coffee. I have peppermint tea, so I don't have much caffeine. So when I have a Pepsi to pep me up, it's basically that's it. I'm off. I had a coffee the other week. Oh my god, I was so hyper, wasn't I, for hours? I couldn't get to sleep till about 3 in the morning. Right, so what I've done is I've just trimmed it down and I've just frayed the edges just by pulling at these. So this is a cotton canvas, but that ink will actually work on man-made fibres as well. So I think it is cotton canvas. I don't know the proper word for it, but that's what we're using. Okay, so this is from Shine Bright, one of my favourite stamp plates, which I do love. And then we're going to get in with our paints.
Caroline's asked, which of your paints would work best on a gel press and would you use a brayer?
Yes and yes. So you can use all of our paints on a gel press. So from all the translucents, which I've got here, the matte ones will look great. You can thin them down because obviously they are very concentrated. But they are also quick drying, which is great for a gel press and the jelly plate. So it works really, really nicely. Let me just get a piece of...
Val's joined us and Jay Shree.
Oh, hi! Oh, this is so nice. We've got all our mates joining us, which is really, really good. So I'm using this dry at the moment, so you can see the actual real sort of brush marks. But if I was to just wet my brush, clean it off a little bit, and if you just wet just the area that you want to paint, I'm actually going to go over that line because I want it to sort of glow. So I'm just painting this with water, and hopefully you'll be able to see that because my brush has got a little bit of orange on it. There we go.
And Di Wardock's joined us.
Yay! Oh, Di, lovely to see you. Well, hear from you, Di. Everyone knows our Di. She does all the cutting out for us. Very skilled lady. Okay, so I'm going to take that Tiger Lily and I'm just going to go over where I've painted already, but this time the water's just going to take it and just pull it and let it spread, which is going to be really lovely. And then down comes the daffodil. So again, I put too much out there, so all you need is about a grain of rice and then water. because it's really concentrated. And these are translucents, which is brilliant because you can actually see through the pigment because the base is transparent, and you can see all of the line work that's left. And if you go over the orange as well, it will just mix beautifully. I'm just going to come in with that Tiger Lily again, just to give it a hotter glow in the middle, which is lovely.
Jayshree's just asked, is that fabric?
Yeah, this is fabric Jayshree. It's a piece of linen, canvas cotton rather, but it can work on man-made fibres. It was just a scrap that I had. And I've stamped it with Versafine Clair Twilight. So I'm going to come down here as well with the Tiger Lily. That's good. And I'm blending that with the...
Tom's asked, what colour's the yellow?
The yellow is Daffodil, Tom. And again, that's a translucent. And then I'm going to come in with 22 karat gold. Okay. And this is sort of like a lovely, warm, ready brown. And again, add some water to that. And this is going to be the piece at the bottom, just to give me a little bit of contrast. There we go. And just clean my brush off. And that should dry quite nicely. So I've also got, because I've got some paint ready still, I've also got some scraps. I've got some bits of lace here. Now I've measured it to the size of the page, like so. But instead of having a straight cut mark, let me just get a fresh piece out, like this. What you can do is just pull those fibres out so it's a little less neat, and just pull those. It wasn't me either.
It was.
It was my phone. Hey, Julie Cassidy's here. Hi, Julie, darling. And then you've got a little bit more of a texture to it. So what I'm going to do with this is actually drench it with water. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with, let's do the daffodil first. And I'm going to use up some of this colour. Wow, look at that colour. Even when it's really diluted, you still get the most amazing payoff of colour. That's just gorgeous. And then I'm going to come in with quite watered down Tiger Lily. Yeah, that does the job, doesn't it? Go over the top of that daffodil. And then I'm going to use up the rest of that 22 karat gold there. I know it's mostly Tiger Lily there. But now, because our paints are also a fabric paint, it's safe on here as well. So if, for example, I was putting this onto a piece of clothing, like some jeans or something, it would actually, you would be able to wash it at 30 degrees quite happily. Right, so just clean my brush. That's lovely. Look at that. It's a gorgeous colour. Now, because I'm going to force dry it, I am going to burn off some of the pigment. But if I were you, I'd probably just leave it and come back to it later. Now, I love this stuff. This is gauze bandage. So it's not the stretchy stuff. This is just the sort of tough stuff that you wrap around the outside of a bandage. So you can get this really cheaply from your chemist for a great big roll. I mean, I bought a roll for about £5, but it was huge. It was about this big, and I've had it going for years. So I'm just going to cut off a small piece, because when you pull this out, it's really quite long. Look. And then you can just pull it into different shapes. With the warp and weft being so loose, it's great to be able to just distress it.
Leslie's asked, really missed Port Sunlight last year. Will you be going back? Unfortunately, Leslie, they actually stopped organising. They've basically retired now. So as far as I'm aware, there won't be any more Port Sunlight.
No, they actually decided that before lockdown. They just announced it. The last one, we did the last one in the spring, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And that was it, them finishing. And it was the year before lockdown, so unfortunately it is no more, because the ladies who organised it, obviously it's always down to a few people to organise things, then yeah, it's a shame, but all good things and all that. So you could put more colour on that, but I've just mopped up what I had left, so I'm just going to leave it like so, like that. Okay, let's just put those to one side. Let's give those a bit of a blast. I want that sticking to my background there. And then I've also got some little bits of vintage lace as well. I don't know whether I'm going to use this, but I've got that. I'm not going to colour that though. And I've also got, whilst I'm sticking stuff, I'll bring in some bits of paper. Now, off the big main sheet, I wanted to show you that this was off the main sheet. So I used that piece there, and then I've just cut this piece off here. Okay, so that I'm utilising the most bits of the paper, and it's quite a nice weight. This, what weight is this, Alfie? Can you remember?
The new stuff.
Yeah, the new one. 120. And the older ones are on 70.
Claire's asked, what was the red-orange name?
The red-orange, the paint. This was the 22 karat gold.
And Linda says, another company's taken it over, I think, and they're having a show later this year. Linda, we basically decided that we weren't going to do any shows this year because
of COVID. And
I think people are just generally a bit more reticent about going out and going into places where there's groups, and that's not good for us if we're trying to run stalls and sell product. So we're going to leave it for this year for sure, and then we'll see about next year.
Yeah, but we are going to do our Retford retreat, aren't we, Alfie? Mm-hmm. Our secret retreat, which is 26th, 27th of September. Is that
the September one's right? Full, but yeah. There'll be another one in March.
Mm-hmm. So I've just put this onto a scrap of card just so that it's a bit thicker, and I can always build it up with pads, foam pads, just so it sits above where we're working there. Let's just get rid of that paper, which is just keeping everything wet. Okay, and I've also got a scrap of, I found some nice sort of wavy paper as well that I thought, oh, I could use that as well. And a lovely piece of Hessian. So I've been going through all my scraps and finding all this lovely, gorgeous stuff to play with. And I bet you've got a load somewhere in the corner of your craft stash. So let me just blast this. Just bear with me while I just give this a bit of a blast. Now I've noticed that this isn't dry yet, but I've noticed that I might end up with a watermark here because the rest of it was all wet. So I'm going to just wet this down here because I don't want a watermark at all. And I'm just going to come back in with a little bit more colour. I think I'll go with the 22 carat and put a bit of that in. And some water, just so that I don't get that horrid watermark.
So David said, would love to go on a retreat dirty weekend, but snookered with having the 3 dogs. You can always join us virtually, David.
Yes, yes you can. See, we love dogs. We'd have them, but not on not the town hall. They wouldn't allow it, would they? Unfortunately. Okay, so hopefully I won't get that watermark now. So that's dried off. That's dried off.
So on your desk, your pink colour leather corset, on the site it says translucent. Will that be the same as the one I bought many years ago? And I'm just running out.
Did you say leather corset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be the same.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of them, I have to say that when you buy paint, if it's not from the same batch, there are sometimes differences. And over the years, they do change subtly, because what happens is there might be an ingredient might not be allowed anymore, or it might be that it's changed manufacturers or something like that. So there's always a possibility that the colour will change slightly. But yes, it is basically the same. Okay, so
Lynn's asked, is the retreat info on the website? It's actually not at the moment, but I will put some information up tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
For the March retreat.
I've also stamped thanks as well, and just distressed the edges with my scissors, just like I'm going to do with this, but I need to just trim it down somewhat. And I'm really bad at cutting a straight line, so you'll have to bear with. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so either use a specialist tool or your scissors. If you're using scissors, obviously be careful. This is I've had this quite a few years. This is quite good. This gets the job done. So it also gives a bit of separation between the layers as well. So you can get the same effect by inking the layers. You don't have to necessarily distress them.
Melanie says that sets her teeth off.
Sets your teeth off. Just put your fingers in your ears for a minute. You can carry on watching. There you go. Okay, I've stopped. I've stopped, Melanie. So I think that probably will go on here. Right. Now, this is dry-ish. What I wanted to do is just embellish this, work on this a little bit. So let's just put those to one side for now. Because to be perfectly frank, that's good as it is. If you want to just do something really, really simple card-wise, you don't need to do anything to this. But I just thought I'd have a little bit of a play. Is that Daisy? Daisy is sighing. She does that regularly. She's obviously a happy bunny. So I've got these big numbers from the same stamp plate, which is Shine Bright. And I'm just going to get some scrap paper underneath here, some recycled paper. Oh yeah, there's a printout here, isn't there? There you go. Bit of a sneak peek for next week. There is, but I don't know, because this is just an old printout. There we go. So I'm just going to put a little bit of ink on here, and then I'm going to stamp off because it's going to be too dark. See, and the second one is quite nice, but I think the third will probably be the best. Yeah, there we go. And that's lovely because you've only got a little bit of ink showing. It looks as if those cracks really have got texture, because I used our crack-on paste to create that. I think I might have a little bit down here. Yeah. So it just gives you a little bit of extra texture going forward, and that was with the same Twilight ink pad. And there's some really nice texture ones on here as well, but I'm not going to overdo it because I really like that background. But what I will do is just grab my Luscious, because I just want to highlight a couple of those dots here. So I think I'm probably going to use this Sparkling Waterfall, and this is from the Spring in Your Step set. Yes, it is. Get me, eh? Look at that. So neat. Won't last long though, but it's neat for today. So I'm just going to highlight just a few of these, and that will just add a little bit of extra sparkle or lusciousness. That matches so well. Can't believe it. There we go, that'll do. I might just go over a couple of these as well. There. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Doesn't that work? See, just a little 2-minute go on there. Clean my brush. Yeah, I like that. Okay, stop there, Kay. Don't go over the top. Stop faffing around. Right, so I'm going to put this along the edge here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to figure out where everything's going first. I did, of course, do this beforehand, but I always tend to change my mind, which is not great. Okay, I think red line tape is in order here. Sorry about that. I was going to glue it in place, but if you want something to ruffle, it's really good to use a strong red line tape. So this is going to come off. And this is going to go down here. And give that a really good press. And then I'm really bad at getting this tape up, so bear with me. Yay, there we go. So when you want to do a bit of a ruffle with this sort of stuff, just pull it apart a little bit. And then this is going to hold it quite well, but I'm also going to put some grab and go glue on as well, which will give it some extra strength, even though the red line tape is pretty darn good. So if you want to ruffle it, it's really easy to be able to do this with the red line tape. So give it a ruffle or scrunch up and then press down. Oops. Let's just unwrap this. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Gives you some really nice texture there. And that's going to go over the top, which is really lovely. So that's going to go on with some, some glue. I'm laughing because that's Daisy. I don't know whether you can hear her or not, groaning happily. She's probably complaining because I've put a box on her chair, Alfie.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, take it off for her. Aren't we soppy? She's got a cushion on it and everything. Right, so that's going to go over the top there. And the grab and go, because it's an acrylic base, that's going to work really nicely with the fabric as well. So don't worry about that. Obviously you can't use it to wear if you stuck fabric to fabric with the grab and go, but it's great for mixed media. Give that a wipe, turn the nozzle until you can see the nipple, give it a wipe, and that's good to go. Okay, so let's start having a think about this. I'm just going to layer everything up here. I don't want to cover up that lovely lace, so that might go on this side, possibly. I think that needs to go like this. I've got this little bit of this here, which is just a little tab, so I've put some wire through it, and I think I probably need some tabs. Here we go. Because I think I'd like some height here. Not much, just to differentiate. Hi Yvonne, thanks for watching. And Chris, thank you, Chris Smith. Oh, die. Yes, you're right, they are acrylic paints. They're all acrylic base, but they are quite special in that we have them on a, they will go onto fabric as well as other surfaces as well. Oh, how did that happen? Are you answering people, Alfie?
Sorry, no, I'm multitasking.
He's multitasking. That means he's ignoring your comments. So that's going to go there. So basically we're talking about layering, aren't we? So that's the lovely thing about mixed media, and that is looking really, really nice actually. So I quite like this. I quite like maybe having this here, and maybe this somewhere as well to echo the blue. Yeah, okay, let's do that. And then we're going to layer these down.
Leslie's asked.
Hi Leslie.
Just tuned in. What colour are the dots? Looks lovely.
The dots are Sparkling Waterfall, Luscious on those. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Now a little trick is to take a photo on your phone so that you know where you've laid everything out, and then you don't come a cropper later on when you're gluing everything down. I think I might just move that over to here. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. Let's get that all.
Dee says give
together.
him a chocolate. I'm assuming that's focused at me.
Of course,
which is a very good idea.
Which is, of course,
terms
it's
of keeping me interested.
Yes. Seeing as you're off on your phone multitasking, yeah, you should definitely have a chocolate.
Diane's asked, have you got the Luscious in stock? Yes. We've got all of the Luscious in stock.
Yay!
They're all on the website, IndigoBlu.com.
That's really good. Ella's been working really hard getting everything in stock. I think that one's going to go out there, isn't it? Round about there. If you haven't tried this glue yet, you've got to try it. It's fabulous. This is a brand new one. Oh yeah, so if you get a brand new one, just check whether it's actually got a stopper in it, which this has. So you just take that stopper out, put the lid back on, and then you just twist this. You don't take it off, you just twist it to open it. And we do have those lovely little ones as well. These little bottles. We sell the bottles, and then I've just filled mine with grab and go. And like one I've got gesso in, so you can have a play with those. Right, so if you're making this into a card, it doesn't have to be as complicated as this. Just a couple of layers, a happy birthday,
is the
and
glue
you're done.
good for detailed small items?
Yes, yeah, very good, because as I say, I've put mine in this so that you get just a really thin layer of glue coming out. So you can see that you get a nice thin line. So it's great for doing, you know, your die cuts, your very, very fine die cuts. And it dries completely clear as well. And you can see I've put loads on there, but it works really well. And also it's called grab and go because all you have to do is hold it for 3 seconds and it's grabbed already. So if you're making flowers, it's perfect for that. So I'm just going to put a little on here. And that's going to go on there. If you've got a sewing machine and you'd like doing it, it'd be nice stitched all together, which would be good. And okay, shaky hands. The good thing is that it's got a steel nib and it doesn't get bunged up, as long as you remember to put the nib top on. Make sure you twist that to make sure that's clean. Okay, let's get rid of that and that. And I think just to finish, it might be nice to put a bit of sparkle on this. So I don't use the nozzle, to be honest. I just get my finger in it or a brush. So you only need a tiny, tiny little bit. And I'm just going to put it, I'm laughing because of Daisy making all these grumpy noises. Oh, you haven't taken the box off a chair. So just a tiny bit, and it gives you that lovely sparkle. It takes on the colour of what's underneath, so you obviously get the oranges and pinks, and yellows, and it's brilliant for fabric, as the name suggests, and it even stretches it. It comes out white and it dries, as you can see, clear, and it can go on all fabrics, and it's very useful for felting as well, so felted animals. Hi Julie, thanks very much. Sid, thank you. Yvonne, Helen, thanks very much. So I'm really, really pleased with that actually. So you got a little bit, tiny little bit of sparkle here with your Luscious. So just to recap, that was Sparkling Waterfall. The papers were the set 3 of the artist papers that I painted. You've got these lovely colours here, which are the translucent colours, and I use 22 karat gold. I also use tiger lily and daffodil, and then this stamp plate is Shine Bright as well. So that would make a lovely card, or as I've done, I'm using it for my my journal page. So that's me today. I finished 5 minutes early. Look at that, eh? So remember to like, comment and share, and you'll be in it with a chance of winning not just this set of artist papers, but set 1 and 2 as well, and a bottle of the Slap It On mat, which is what I use to decoupage everything with. Should we put that out there for everybody?
What's that?
Can we give them a grab and go? We're going to give you a grab and go glue as well, because you need this. It's really blooming fantastic. I'm really pleased with it. It's taken us years to get the right one. So this is fantastic for your MDF as well, for building all of your MDF boxes and things. So we're going to put one of those in each of the prizes, and we've actually got 3 prizes to give out. So we're going to be getting people at random as usual, and we'll contact you tomorrow with the results. So Louise, thank you so much. Diane, thank you. Kim, Joe, Jill, Liz, Pat. Oh, Ellen's here as well. Thanks very much. I've really enjoyed it today. Thank you so much. It's bank holiday next weekend. Are we going to be off bank holiday, and we'll see them in 2 weeks' time?
We are, because we've got a Zoom thing this
Yeah,
weekend.
because we've got our Cardiff Zoom virtual dirty weekend this weekend. So we won't see you next Monday, but we'll see you the following Monday with some really nice goodies. All right, my darlings, thank you so much. Nice to see you all, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye. Say bye, Alfie.
Bye.